Okay, here we have a 2021 Hitachi ZX75US-5. We'll go in here and get our serial number plate. Right there, let's see, ZX75US-5, Hitachi, there's the full serial number. And everyone uses the last bit, 75925. Let's see, made, is that a 4 or 1? That's a 4, so April 2021. Well, I guess there's no doubt of what year it was manufactured. 2021, okay. I guess let's go up in the cab. We'll look around. Come back inside of the cab when we are having John operate it. Extremely sanitary, as you can see. Okay, here we got the back of it. Inside of the cab. We got a pop-up sunroof. Let's see, we got a 24-volt cigarette lighter there. And you got an air conditioning heat vents in the back. And let's see, we got a fuse box here that opens up here for fuses. Air conditioning, heat vents, defrost. Another defrost. We have a sandwich box, I guess it is. Don't know what you're doing with that box. Let's see. Here we've got this switch for the regen and the hydraulic quick coupler. And this is your auxiliary port, a USB charge port. That might be, I can't remember if that's the auxiliary port where you can put in for the radio. I saw an auxiliary port someplace for the radio. Yeah. There's the USB. I know there's auxiliary port someplace. Oh, right here. Down in here behind the armrest. Right there, see? There's what you put in if you want to run your music out of your phone. Ashtray, windshield wipers. Here's your security pad. There's your digits where you punch in, you have a code, so even if someone had a Hitachi key, they couldn't steal the machine. You can change the code. Current code is 5925. Here's your mode you go through. Here's your lights. High and low speed, automatic idle, off and on, throttle. The volume for the radio and the control for the power off on. Here's your tuning, AM, FM. Here's your modes on the dash for the, I believe this is the temperature control for, you push your modes through it and it goes through heat, defrost, air conditioning. Then you turn the dial and it reads out right on the dash what temperature you want. And then here's your fan here. Push off on and then turn it, it's variable speed, just like in the new cars. When you're using the menu on the dash, here's your back button, just like on your cell phone. And I can't remember what that one was. We'll have to, when we got it running, we'll find out. Here's this here, when you go through the menu here, you dial it and it goes through all the different menus on the computer screen and you push to select like you're okay. Dozer blade handle, set up on ISO standard Caterpillar controls. Lots of defrosted heat vents here for you and for the windshield, so you can blow defrost directly on the windshield, and one right here for your face. It has the nice single bar release for the windshield here. You got this great big bar, and you grab the big bar and you pull it down, and that releases both sides and the windshield comes up. We already showed you the pop-up sunroof. Okay. And your auxiliary control for your auxiliary hydraulics and your travel pedals. And what's on this side? This here side is just some goodie boxes. Your OEM seatbelt. I think that's pretty much everything inside of the cab. Okay, now let's do a walk around on the outside. Let's see, we'll just go this way around. See, we have our Progressive Linkage Thumb. Now when this is installed, we put on hydraulic quick couplers so that if you want to put on a mower or an angling bucket or a post hole digger, or in this case, since the machine comes from factory engineered to run a big hydraulic hammer with oil volume, you can unclip your quick controls, put in the safety pin right in here. See, get the thumb all the way up, lock in the safety pin, the thumb can't settle down, unclip your hoses, hook up to your other attachment. Got your factory Hitachi valves. The only time I could say you might want to do that is if you need the full massive volume of oil to run a hydraulic hammer and you figure you're not getting enough massive oil flowing through these couplers, you could put the line on directly so you can shut the valves off. That's all factory plumbing. Here you have your hydraulic coupler with a factory lift eye. There are no hydraulic leaks, all the cylinders are dry. This thing is LED headlights. I believe these are all LED on this one, that one, and then this LED light up there on the boom. We'll come in this side here and see what we got under this compartment. Here's your main control valve. It looks brand new, even though it's 5 years old already. 4 years old. I mean, look at that stuff. Now, here's what I was saying about. This plumbing from Hitachi will divert the return oil on the hydraulic hammer by turning this to the designated decal here, so the oil goes straight to tank and does not have to go back through the valve body. If you don't have plumbing like that, you're probably going to get your hydraulic hammer hot, or it's not going to function right. Factory grease gun still in the machine. Here's your hydraulic tank sight glass back there. See it back there? Okay, here is 4 extra teeth that go on there that make, when you clip on the teeth, then you give a smooth lip. I don't know if I can get one of these out here. So they all interlock together, and you'll get a smooth lip all the way across. So if you want a 28 or 30 inch smooth bottom bucket, you've got it. There they all are. And there's the safety pin that goes in the hydraulic thumb. I keep it in there so you know where it's at, if in case you gotta have it. I guess that's all we can see in there. Like I say, no leaks, everything's dry. Body panels are perfect, no damage. Little scratch here or there on the paint. I don't know if you can even see that scratch. That's smooth. Just got a little scratch in the paint. No dents. Let's see what we got on the back of this panel in here. We got our hydraulic pump, fuel filter, fuel pump, primary filter, radiator, coolant filter, I think this one is your pilot filter, radiator cooler, coolant filter, fuel filter. Here's your main pumps. Jesus, they look brand new, but I know they're not. I mean, I've never washed it. I mean, look at how sanitary this thing is. No dirt anyplace. Okay. Maybe find some dirt under the hood. Okay. Okay, there we go. Used to be Hitachi all ran Isuzus, but these new Hitachis are all running Yanmars. They might have the name Hitachi on the engine there, but it is a Yanmar engine. Nice stainless steel EPA exhaust system. Reburn valve. Common rail and direct inject. Great big clutch fan. I don't know anything else to see under here. Air conditioning, compressor, alternator. Everything looks super sanitary. There is no leaks of any kind that we have had here on the shop floor while we've had it. Here's your windshield washer tank. They put it underneath the back here, which I guess is good. Maybe it keeps it from freezing more. There's a little bit of insulation in the hood. Your radiator burp tank there. Right there. We're almost on the full mark there. All I see is little dust. I didn't even see no dirt on the engine. You could eat off the engine. Super sanitary. Okay, I'll put this back down. Not much to see on top here. You see them two valves up there on the boom. You can turn that so you get a single action or a double action. How the oil returns back to tank. Right now it's set up for the thumb, so if you run the hydraulic hammer, you're going to want to make sure that your return is going back. There's also a port relief right there that you can adjust between the two ports. There's a port relief, there's your two valves that will coincide between the two sides of the circuit. You can see the manifold there. Let's see, all the glass obviously is perfectly good. Beautiful bulldozer blade. I mean, most of them got big teeth marks all beat to hell in them, but the dozer blade looks really nice on this, not beat up at all. You got underneath this side here should be our air cleaner. I gotta open up the door here so I don't have a conflict of interest between the door and the side cover. We don't want to scratch up the paint. Okay, here's your screen over the radiator. That is sweet. Look at that. You just take out the old wing nut there and the wing nut there. Slide the screen. There's the handles. Get any crap on it, slide it out. That's good because it protects the oil cooler and the air conditioning condenser and the radiator and the hydraulic oil cooler. And there's our two batteries here. I think we got this rubber flapper that's got to go back over top of the batteries. I'm thinking here. Yeah, right like that. See? There, it's all notched out for it and everything. Because you're going to take the battery cable off when you weld on the thumb. You don't burn up no computers. Don't want to take any chances. There we go. That's all nice and sanitary. I believe this here compartment right here, you see the tab on? I think that's the cabin air filter. Can't remember. And then your engine air cleaner there. Got a lot of foam in there, nice and quiet. Okay, John. guess that's it. We're ready to start it. You can see here the sprockets basically don't show any wear. Right there's the edge of the bushing. Got nice great big teeth on it. Bushings don't show any wear. Here's the top carrier roller. Still nice and flat. Idler's flat, no dish on the idlers. You can feel a teeny bit of wear on the lower rollers. They look flat, but you can actually feel some with your finger. That's pretty damn good though. I'm gonna pause this.